Good afternoon, everybody. Raging Rob is back. I feel better back in Michigan. I've actually lost weight since I was in Florida. Still a little bit of a fat slob, and I still need to try to get back to the gym. Things are starting to get back to normal. Little by little, we're winning this war. I just crossed into Michigan yesterday. I'm back. I feel better to be back. Ready to fight for my Michiganders' rights and all my patriots in Michigan. Anyway, so some stuff going on. We have Joe Biden, who get vaxxed or wear a mask, vaxxed or mask. I don't do either one. I'm not going to do either one. I never have done either one. We have this thing called the U.S. Constitution that outlines my rights. It is my duty as an American to fight for my rights and get my rights. I have to take them because the government's not going to give them. We have to take them. A free man does not ask the government's permission. A free man takes it. Takes the permission. The Constitution does not grant our rights. It outlines our rights, and it's our responsibility to grant ourselves our rights. Let's get that clear, okay? The U.S. Constitution outlines it. Well, I guess you can say it grants it, but it's outlined in the U.S. Constitution, our rights. Our rights do not come from Joe Biden. They do not come from the CDC. They do not come from the FDA. And they do not come from Gretchen Whitmer. In case you people forgot. Okay? The rules do not change. Okay? Same with this gun control bullshit going on. The rules, the Bill of Rights, are as is in the Constitution. It doesn't change. That's the way it is. Okay? All these people that want to define Second Amendment, it was written back then with muskets. Okay, and did you realize they had Gatling guns back then? They had, I guess you could say, 1,700 machine guns back then. They're types of machine guns they had back then. Okay. Technology changed. Okay. Things have changed. Gangs have gotten stronger. Things are more dangerous now. So we have more weaponized, weapons based on technology. Guess what has not changed, though? Our rights. That never changes. Our God-given rights never change. The Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, does not change. Okay? And there's some people out there that think that, they're amendments for a reason. They're not absolute. They can be amended. What do I have to say about that? Well, the Bill of Rights is very clear. This document is never null and void. It's as simple as that. All the amendments are absolute, and that's the way it is. So anybody that says they're not absolute is wrong. So anyway, I will say this. Again, the amendments are absolute. There's no dodging around it. Well, that's why they're called amendments. We add things to the Constitution, yes. Those are called amendments. We have amendments to secure our rights in case some people have forgotten how this country works and how our republic works. But anyway, I can go on forever. We have some updates going on here in Michigan. The tyrant, Michigan tyrant, Gretchen Whitmer, has now, as of 9 a.m. tomorrow, new mask mandates, or I guess you could say unmask mandates. As of 9 a.m. tomorrow, everybody that's fully vaccinated, fully vaccinated in the state of Michigan does not have to wear a mask inside. I think there's an exception to grocery stores and a couple other places, movie theaters. I could be wrong. And I think also business owners have, I guess they think they have the right to continue to do what they want on their business property, which a lot of these businesses, they act like their own little governments, and that's illegal what they're doing. They still have to abide by HIPAA. They still have to abide by the Fourth Amendment. They still have to abide by the U.S. Constitution. They still have to abide by federal discrimination laws. Okay? When you're open to the public for a public business, you have to abide by these laws. And it just seems that these businesses think that their own little country, that they are their own little country and can just do what they want. And some of them have their own little military officers, also known as security guards, to enforce their illegal laws in their own little country and their own little perimeter. And that's not the way things work. They have to abide by federal law. Okay? I think I have to remind them, Federal Civil Rights Act, Title II. So under the new mandates, anybody who's fully vaccinated in the state of Michigan does not have to wear a mask inside. And I don't anyway, because I get my rights from the U.S. Constitution. I don't get my rights from Gretchen Whitmer. Let's get that straight. So my question I ask, how are these businesses going to enforce this without violating the Fourth Amendment, without violating HIPAA, Medical Privacy Act? They can't. If a business requires a vaccination card for you to not wear a mask inside, if they're asking you if you're vaccinated or not while walking in the doors, guess what? Congratulations, they just committed a felony. Congratulations, they just broke federal law. They violated HIPAA laws right there on the spot. They violated the Fourth Amendment. All these businesses requiring phone numbers, you know that's a violation of the Fourth Amendment, right? You are not being detained. It's a public business. There's discrimination laws for a reason. Okay? To protect customers and protect consumers. Have we forgotten that? There's laws they have to abide by. They think they're their own king king and queen soldiers in their own little country, and they're not. So my question is, how is this going to be enforced without violating the Constitution and federal laws? And I answer, it's not. There's your answer. But the people are gonna, Gretchen Whitmer, I love her. She said we don't have to wear a mask when we're fully vaccinated. I love that. I stand with that woman from Michigan. Without even doing their own research, or just don't give a damn and think they're doing something good in society. So, I was made aware of, I've been doing a lot of research on businesses and schools and other places that are violating the law, and I've been sending messages out, letting these businesses know that they're violating the law, let these other places know that they're violating the law, politicians, school officials, businesses, the list goes on. I've been busy on Facebook, private messaging hundreds of places across the state of Michigan, letting them know that they're a violation of the law. Got some responses, some negative responses. Well, anyway, Royal Oak School District, I got a response from them. They are violating federal law by requiring masks on children at recess. So I sent them a private message and let them know what the law is. And I gave them MCLs, I gave them statutes, and I gave them Federal Civil Rights Act, Title II, a bunch of other stuff. And I let them know that if they do not end their practices, that we are going to go from school board meeting to school board meeting, and let them know what they're doing is illegal and unconstitutional. And they actually said, hey, And they gave me a schedule. Royal Oak School District sent me a message back giving me a schedule for their next school board meeting. I'm like, awesome. And I told them I'm going to show up their maskless to let them know how I feel. And they sent me a message back saying masks are required. So I had to not only, after telling them what the law was, and after they told me masks are required, guess what I had to do? I had to tell them what the law is again, because they didn't get it the first time. They didn't seem to get it the first time. So I had to remind them again. And this time, I used the word, if you don't like it, you can talk to my attorney. Oh, they didn't respond after that. They shut up. When I mentioned attorney, it's amazing how quick that these businesses and these places just shut up as soon as you mention attorney. As soon as you mention court and attorney, they just shut up like that. I have yet to hear back from them. So it's funny how that works. You mention attorney, a court, and they just quiet. So, or maybe they just didn't want to engage with me. I don't know. But I've already been busy since I've been back in Michigan. We have to keep reminding these businesses and corporations about the law because they just don't seem to get it. And we're going to keep reminding them, and we're going to keep reminding them, and we're going to keep reminding them until they take those fucking illegal signs down and they get it. We're not going anywhere. That's it. So I guess this new mask order, or unmask order, whatever the hell it is, expires July 1st. It goes into effect at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, I see a lot of fights happening with this one. I see a lot of Fourth Amendment violations with this one. So anyway, what else? There was something else. This fucking cunt was saying. It goes into effect 9 a.m. tomorrow, and on July 1st, I guess at July 1st, allegedly, everybody can go inside a business, anywhere, unmasked. The mask order is expired July 1st, allegedly. Yeah, I don't see that happening. She's probably going to extend it again. This tyrant has also stated that she is, because Michigan is 55% vaccinated, or 45% got the full dose, 55 got the first dose. I don't know exactly, whatever the hell she said. Because we've been obedient to the master, she is loosening up some of the stuff here, regulations and requirements and mandates here, because we've been obedient. We've been obedient to the Queen. Good job, Michigan. We've been obedient to the Queen. I hope you're proud of yourself. We have been obedient to the Queen. Good job, Michigan. Thank you for being obedient to the Queen. All power to the people. So because we've been obedient to the Queen, she is loosening up some mandates. All right, next thing. We got a couple rallies tomorrow in Lansing and Fowlerville. We get some really good speakers. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. there's a rally at the Lansing, at the Michigan State Capitol in Lansing, which I've been there hundreds of times last year, fighting for my Patriots, and I will continue to fight for my Patriots. I love fighting for my Patriots. I love documenting what's going on, pictures and videos, all over social media, because I basically do the job that the mainstream media does not do, and that's tell the truth. I show everything. They don't show everything. They show a little bit in piece, and then they base a narrative on it, and I do the job that they're supposed to be doing. I do the job that they're getting paid to do, but they don't do, and that is document what's happening in Michigan, as well as other rallies. So I'm going to be back at the Michigan Capitol tomorrow at 10 a.m. I might show up a little early and documenting the rally. It is a freedom rally. Everybody's invited. From my understanding, it's liberals, conservatives, Joe Biden supporters, Trump supporters, anybody in the middle. Everybody's invited for a rally against global tyrants. Is the basis of this rally tomorrow. It's a freedom rally tomorrow at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Michigan State Capitol tomorrow. From my understanding. Facebook loves deleting anything that doesn't go with their agenda. They love deleting events. They love deleting anybody starting a rally, basically, that doesn't align with their Nazism. So I don't know if this is on Facebook or not. I found out about it first, I think, on MeWe. It's an all states capitals rally tomorrow. Capitals all across the country. I initially planned on going to the one in Orlando tomorrow, but I decided to come back to Michigan early. I planned on staying in Florida until the last week of May, possibly Memorial Day weekend. And then I was planning on going over to New Orleans, see a couple friends over there, and then come back up from there. Come up through Arkansas and Missouri and come back up. That's what I planned on doing. So I'm actually in Michigan about 2 or 3 weeks early, and that's because the rallies are exploding in this state, and I felt the need to come back and fight for my Patriots. So I felt I had to cut my Florida thing off early and come back for my Michiganders. That is an obligation that I feel I have to fulfill as being a Patriot. Nobody forced me to. I choose to on my own. On my own willing. That's how much I care about my state. And that's how much I care about my Patriots. So, I'm here. I'm back. I came back yesterday. Crossed the state line yesterday. And at 1 p.m. tomorrow, we have a 2A rally in Fowlerville. A lot of good speakers. A whole lineup, probably 20 speakers or more. There's a lot of them. Names I've never seen before. Faces I've never seen before. I've seen the lineup. Candidates running for public office. We got Ryan Kelly running for governor. We got at least 3 or 4 members running for Congress that are supposed to be speaking, I think. Trying to remember some names here. John Roca running for District 4. No, excuse me. District 2. Congressional District 2. The one that Fred Upton has. I think that's 2. He's trying to unseat Fred Upton. I think it's 2. I could be wrong. And we have 2 candidates in District 3 trying to unseat Peter Myers. We have Tom Norton. Don't get me started. And we have the beautiful Audra Johnson. And then we have, I think, Mike Detmer, District 8. And we have a couple state reps running for state reps that are going to speak, as well as federal attorney Catherine Henry, who was unjustly and illegally arrested on Election Day last year. The federal attorney who's been a thorn in the side of Gretchen Whitmer since the beginning of this plandemic. Love her to death. She's been fighting for our rights, and God, I love that woman. But anyway, got a huge fan here. But anyway, yeah, she's dedicated her soul to for us Michiganders. There's some patriots that just kind of sit back, and then some step up right to the front lines. I like to be at the front lines. I'm a frontline kind of guy. I like to be right where the action's at. That's who I am. I'm nobody special. I'm just another patriot that goes around the state doing videos and documentation at rallies and protests. I'm an independent journalist. That's basically what I do. Nothing special, real special about me, but we're all special in our own little way. So this patriot movement, we all got our little piece to the pie that we do. We all got a little piece to the puzzle. So everything that we do is important. Anything that we do is important, no matter how little it is. So, and my job as an independent journalist is it's important, yeah, because I have to show the rest of everybody what's really happening out there. I put my boots on the ground at these rallies and protests. I face off with BLM and Antifa, showing people, giving you guys the footage of showing what's going on. You hear about it in the mainstream media. No, you need actual independent people telling you that's actually there, fighting, showing you what's going on. So that's where I come in. So everybody has their thing that they do. We got federal attorneys, we have the independent journalists, we got the militia, we got this, we got that, we got law enforcement, we got nurses on our side, we got everything in all kinds of background, everybody in all kinds of backgrounds on our side, doing their little piece to the pie, fighting for our rights. So I'm just one person out of thousands and millions across the country. So this is what I do. I've been doing YouTube videos for years, and I never intended on doing what I do today, and that's independent journalism. I didn't really dream about it when I started doing YouTube videos back in 2009. I didn't really dream about doing this, but it just kind of, with everything happening in Michigan, I felt I had to do something, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use my YouTube expertise to get involved. And that's what I've done this past year, a little over a year now, on YouTube. So, didn't really count on it, didn't really expect it. It just kind of fell into my life. I had a talent, and I used it. So, that's basically it. So, come out tomorrow to Lansing and Fowlerville. See you there.